So you want to start a social media agency. This is what you do. So starting off, you have to make sure you begin by just studying up, making sure you have knowledge in the area. So you know what Facebook ads are, you know what Google AdWords are, you know how to grow an Instagram page, you know how to make content for business owners. You have to understand how to do the work. So first of all, you have to make sure you understand what they're gonna want from you, and you have to understand like what you're gonna have to do, like the work that you're gonna have to put into it once you get a client. Because if you do all these steps, you will get a client. So once you understand what you have to do, then you have to begin by making sure everything is illegal. If you are under the age of 18, you should make your business as an LLC just because, just for the experience and making sure that like if you do get like a really good client and you don't put in the work, they might just sue you, or yeah, basically. So you want to have an LLC just to make sure that your personal assets aren't liable if you do get in that situation. So, and then also you have to you have to begin by getting all the correct files that you're going to be needing. So agreements, presentations, you have to build up. Well, you should start by just having branded. You should have a website, you should have business cards, you should have like all these little things. So first of all, you have to have a website. Well, you don't have to have a website, but you should have a website. Just so if they do be like, oh, who is this guy? I want to look him up. You know what I mean? Like if you're in that situation and you actually are like about to get a client, you don't want to be let down because you don't have a website or you don't have agreement, you don't have business cards. So you want to make sure you do all the like prep work. So prep work is a website, business cards, your flyer, your agreements, your invoice. So you're gonna have to have all these flyers in order to make sure when you go into like a meeting and with a business owner, you have to have all these things or they're not gonna necessarily trust you and want to do business with you. So you have to make sure you have all of these different files. So once you get all this, so once you have the knowledge of doing it, once you have the files in doing it, then you can actually go out and start hustling and grinding it out and just selling your services to business owners. So what I would recommend is just ask family members and friends of family members if they have a business, know someone who owns a business, so you have some background when you start getting like real clients. So you don't want to go in blindly with a client and then as you're in the client you're just like thrown off because you have to have a W-9 and invoice agreement, files like that. So you have some like experience, so you're not going to be thrown off once you do get a real meeting. So after you get experience and stuff like that, it's your time to go out and start grinding. Like what I did is I really didn't have any, I did all the work. So what I did is I started building my agency, and by like learning strategies and techniques from Tai Lopez's course. Like you really don't need a course. Like honestly, you don't need a course. Everything you need is online. Like you have all of the information at your fingertips. Like you can just go on your phone, go on YouTube for a couple months, 3 months, begin to research how to do Facebook ads, how to manage clients' social media pages, how to gain access to their Facebook ad account, how to build a Wix website, WordPress website, Squarespace website. So everything you need to start an agency is literally at your fingertips. That's what I did. I literally, along with all the courses that I did buy, I researched, because a lot of the things that, like the little things that you need to learn aren't in the courses that you buy. So you have to make sure that you understand every detail. And there's a bunch of Facebook groups that you can like sign up with, and just so you can ask people that actually have experience about like just certain questions that you don't understand very well and you need to clarify them with. So once you have all this like knowledge and you're ready to rock and roll, just begin by what I would do is, like, if you're not very like comfortable with talking to business owners, what I would do is I would honestly just start calling businesses and go into businesses. I'll tell you right now, you're gonna fail, but in order to actually succeed, you're gonna have to fail. That's just the way it goes. If no one failed, everyone would be in a place that they're proud to be in. So you're gonna have to fail. It's a really good feeling and a very unfamiliar feeling, and it's very uncomfortable, but it's a good feeling. And once you actually go through with it, you're gonna feel a lot better, and you're gonna actually prove to yourself that you actually can do it and that you did do it. So what I would say to you is have the mindset that it's not about like where you are now. Because let's say you're 17, 16, and any age, 20s, 30s, whatever. Maybe not that old. But any age. So at any age, like literally, it's just going to be really hard. But it's going to take you to the next level, and you're going to get there eventually. So it's better to start now so have the mindset that it's not about where you are at now, it's about where you can be. And if you do this now, it's gonna get you there closer, and then you can enjoy it for so much longer. So what I would recommend is just to have that mindset, and then just like have the mindset that you can do anything you want. Just like have the mindset that I have to do this, I'm gonna do it, I did do it, I got this, let's go. That's what you should be thinking about. It's not about, oh, I'll do this, I'm so nervous, just literally don't think about actually getting the client. Because if you don't get the client, you might be disappointed. Just focus on doing it to the best of your ability. And if you do it to the best of your ability over and over and over, you're gonna get a client. You're gonna just you're just gonna progress so much more. You're gonna just get so much better after doing it over and over and over and over again. So that's what I would recommend. So once you have all this done, you will be able to get a client. You just have to put in the work. That's what it comes down to. So once you have all the knowledge, once you have all of your like website, all that stuff, flyers, files, all that stuff, business cards, I even have t-shirts, just so you can look professional, so they know that you're gonna put in good work, quality work, and you're gonna bring them results, because that's what they want. And they also want someone to just help them out, help them through the process, and that's literally what you just have to do. Just your main goal is just helping the business owner, helping them with social media, giving them results, and they'll pay you. And don't go into a business, like if you're going into a business and you have like 0 results and you're asking for like $5,000 a month, like that's not very, you should have some, like, make sure that your pricing is like normal. So if you're going to like a restaurant, like, and a part-time worker makes, let's say, I don't know, $1,200. So $1,200 is a reasonable estimate for social media if you're bringing them results. So, and you can also add, so that's also what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to figure out your pricing plan. So that's gonna be the one thing that you're gonna have to come up with. I really can't help you on that. Just understand what they're paying their employees, and then just imagine like the results that you're gonna bring them, and then just put that into play. So that's what I do for my clients. So I think that's it. So you got all your files, all of that done. You got your work, you got the grinding. You just What's also important is making sure that you become, like, every day you want to become a better salesman. So you want to work on objections, and a really good book that you can get is Grant Cardone's Rebuttal book of rebuttals, just so you understand, like, if someone says, this is too much, I don't know if I need this, just some of those objections that you might need to handle. So but if you're putting, like, what I'm trying to do with my agency is just give clients as much value as possible so they don't have any objections. That's what I'm trying to do. So if you're giving them crazy value, crazy free value, like, oh, other chiropractors are paying $10,000 a month for this, and then, like, website designers that you can go to, you can, like, literally search it up and call them. That's another thing, like, just call agency and be like, hey, how much is this, how much is this, so you get an idea of what they're paying. That's what I did a while ago. I forgot that I did that. But yeah, so, like, website designers are just like old companies are like, oh, we'll make you a website for $3,000, and then they randomly say, oh yeah, and we're charging you $20 an hour. Oh, and if you want to change anything, that's an extra 250 times they want to change something. Like, why would you want to do business with someone like that? Like, if you're like, if you're actually like, oh, I'm gonna do this for you, and I'm also gonna do that, and you're not charging, like, up, just, I don't like that. I don't like nickel and diamond people, you know. But yeah, once you do all that, and you have your name, you have your website, you have all of your, like, your company EIN number, your LLC, you're golden. You're golden. You just have to make sure you're putting in the work. So if anyone has any other questions, this might not have been the most detailed video on this, but if you have any other questions, or you like I have some files down there if you want to look at what I did and you want to just use them as an example, change them up a little bit, put your logo in there, and put your verbiage. But yeah, if you have any other questions, if you liked this video, if you enjoyed it, give it a like. If you loved it, subscribe. And I hope that you're commenting down just so I can help you. If you have any other questions, just ask me, like, I'll answer them. But yeah, I hope everyone has a fantastic rest of your day, and I hope that you go out and kill it, grind, and one day you will get it. Just know that if you're putting in the work, one day you're gonna get it. Peace, guys.